Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Through the Ashes with me, Bring It On.
Please focus.
I'm going to send Rakarth ahead and put this down here as well.
We must act.
I'm out.
You're not half bad.
And see if he can't sneak past the Corpse Snatcher and drop the statue on top of him. Like he's a little too close. Alright, it worked out. That was 100% worth it.
Something here.
The mission must be carried out. Agreed. I managed.
Alright, there's the rope that we needed. But now we can just hold on to it, in case we need it during the next book event. Alright, I believe that's everything taken care of here. Go back over here and check these real quick. There's probably a reason why I left all this loot behind, but I just want to double check before we can't come back for it. Alright, we are free to leave. Alright, I guess we're good. Alright, let's go. Looks like we left just in time. Though I don't recognize what those are. Overcoming one obstacle after another, the group of desperate survivors made their way through the bleeding Kenabres. Sometimes Rakarth or Sandry would notice a twisted, lopsided figure following at their heels. When the light fell on the creature, it looked like a demon of ice and hoarfrost. It quickly vanished as if it had never been there. The light soon began to dim as smoke filled the air. The road took them straight into the burning ruins of a quarter the vile demons had set ablaze. Hot, crackling air enveloped them. Fearing the dancing flames, the frost creature fled, but Sandry and Rakarth kept looking out for it, not daring to pay any attention to anything else. The group was surrounded by burning mansions and humbler homes with doors yawning open. The roar of the flame rose to a deafening crescendo, pierced by a desperate scream. Someone was trapped amidst the flames and was begging for help. After observing the burning ruins, the group decided to look for a way to shield themselves from the fire. This task was given to Brody. Brody roamed the street until he found a discarded leg of rotten pork. The discovery cheered him up. Gravedigger cut out the fat, mixed it with a handful of ash, and smeared the hands and faces of his companions with the foul-smelling poultice. According to him, he used a similar ointment to avoid getting burns next to a funeral pyre. After observing the burning ruins, the group decided to search the abandoned houses for anything that might help them. The looting was left to an eye. An eye vanished behind the curtain of smoke with an inscrutable expression on her face. She did not return until much later, carrying a broken doll as her only trophy. The healer clutched her meager treasure with such determination that nobody dared to call her out over this lackluster result. The toy held some meaning that was both tragic and deeply personal. Alright, help the poor souls trapped in the Inferno. The rescue is mounted, I guess, by Freda. Not going to put one of these two in charge. Freda bravely entered the fire. Her strong, unyielding character carried her toward her goal, and the acrid smoke was powerless to blind her unseeing eyes. Hey, that's convenient. Fearing nothing, she used her acute hearing to find the house where the victims were struggling behind a locked door. She bashed off the latch with a stone, to return accompanied by a weeping woman clutching two little girls, looking at Freda as if she were an all-powerful goddess. The survivors of the fire thanked the group and vanished among the ruins. The miraculous rescue of the poor family seemed to have granted new strength and purpose to the escapees. It was a sign that they could change something and save someone, no matter how desperate the situation. The darkness of despair fled their hearts under the assault of scalding flames. Alright, let's advance through the flames. Thanks to the precautions they had taken, the group managed to traverse the ruins without succumbing to the agonizing heat and choking smoke. The fire was left behind, and the escapees entered what had once been one of the city's quarters, but was now reduced to a mess of rubble and timber. Demon Lord Discari's scythe had split the ground wide open, bringing down buildings in some places and destabilizing the pavement in others. A single misstep could send a careless traveler tumbling to their death. There are demons here. As the party advanced, they found corpses of crusaders who had fought to hold the line here until their final breath. The sounds of slaughter were getting close, punctuated by screams and bloody squelches. Terror and the icy chill of the grave seemed to radiate from the open doorway of a nearby cellar. The way forward was uncertain. The way back was barred with rising flames. Langrat lifted a violin from his pack tenderly, as if caressing his beloved, and sat on the stones. He meekly asked if anyone would like him to play something. The survivors gladly accepted Langrat's offer. Music flowed from under Langrat's bow. It was an ode to the rose of the borderland. The profound melody rang with sadness for the dead world. It lamented with the friends who were gone, but it also spoke of hope and resilience, courage in the face of danger, and a stubborn passion for life. While he played, the survivors seemed to stand a little straighter, and their eyes lit with defiance. This was not the end. Not just yet. And I sat down on a ruined wall to have a short rest, and shot a venomous look at her companions. She opened her mouth to blurt out something cynical and wicked, something that would lay a heavy burden on every survivor's heart. But the healer said nothing. Casting her eyes down, she took the broken doll out of her bag and started murmuring something under her breath. The survivors decided to first send out a scout to look for a way through the ruins. The survivors had a discussion and decided to use rope. Provide the explorer with rope. I assume we can't use Langrat because he just did something by playing music, and not that he's dead. Tethering the volunteer with the rope made exploring the unstable ruins much safer. We're just gonna send Brody. Taking up a shovel, Brody disappeared into the ruins. Where debris barred his way, he cleared a path through it. Methodical and stubborn, he made steady progress through the treacherous wreckage, paying no heed to exhaustion or the exit in his battered hands. The survivors decided to bury the fallen crusaders. Oh, this would have been perfect for Brody. Yeah. The burial was to be arranged by Fredo. She dragged the bodies to a shallow grave and hesitated. Searching her memory, she called each of the fallen by name, listed their achievements during service, and finished to send off with a military salute. It was a brief but dignified ceremony for warriors who had perished defending their home, one that would not go unnoticed by the gods. The survivors decided to explore the terrifying cellar that filled them with dread. An icy wind blew up from the open cellar, and one could almost hear voices within each susurration. Something terrible had happened in this place. It did not take the escapees long to figure out what. Somebody had erected an altar inside the cellar, a 5-pointed star of cold stone, stained with dry blood and decorated with black candles. The shrine belonged to the cultists of Baphomet, the despicable Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth. When did they build it? How long had this fane been here, right under the Crusaders' not-so-watchful eyes? Somebody had to go into the cellar, and the survivors decided to send... I mean, Anaya's healthy, so let's send her. The healer sniffed the air and resolutely refused to go down into the basement. It reeks of bad death. I'm not going there, and you shouldn't either, she said. Now, I could not explain what frightened her so badly. All of her senses warned her of the danger. But somebody had to go, and it was... Alright, so based on that description, we're not going to. Nobody after all. The danger was too great. Alright, can't read. The survivors decided to... Does this count as resting? Will this make my companion's health worse? I don't know if I should risk it. I mean, it says treacherous ruins, not just ruins, so we're gonna move on. Having discovered a safe route, the survivors moved through the ruins with confidence, avoiding treacherous stones underfoot and unsound walls looming overhead. These precautions helped them avoid many of the quarter's perils. At last, the perilous quarter where every step had threatened the escapees with death was left behind. There were human voices ahead, quiet and wary, which meant they did not belong to the vile cultists. Had their difficult journey at last come to an end? Welcome to the rich quarter. Not too long ago, the guards here would have given riffraff like you and me the boot. With a grim chuckle, Garth looks at the destruction all around you. Now they got bigger problems. We can stroll down the boulevards, do some window shopping, have some coffee, pretend we're the cream of the crop. We should be getting very close to the town hall now. I absolutely must deliver my report. My hospital. It's right around the corner. Don't dawdle. Go and see if everyone's in one piece. Hey, Premier leans over to you in confidence and continues in a low voice. I've heard there's an Inquisitor's post around here somewhere. I don't really want to meet them. It's not like I'm guilty of anything. It's just, they're scary people. They start interrogating you. One thing leads to another, and all of a sudden they're stringing you up over a bonfire. If they show up, will you hide me from them, please? I'd be much obliged. What can we expect from this quarter? It used to be so very pretty in here, and fun too. Ladies with their gallant escorts, all kinds of shops, music, la da 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 da, dee dee da. I mean, not so much anymore. Yep, they're playing a different sort of music here now. Can you hear it? The screams, the racket, the ringing. We're heading right into the thick of the street fighting. If we're lucky, we'll meet friends. If we're not, we'll be between a rock and a hard place. How do we get out of here? Normally I could find my way through here blindfolded, but now we'll have to improvise. The key is to keep our eyes peeled. Stay away from demons, and avoid getting mixed up in fights if we can help it. This district is chock full of walls and watchtowers and such. I've always wanted to see what's inside them, and I swear my broken glasses and the monocle I'm going to get someday to replace them that now is the best time to take a peek. I see. Let's get going. Come on. There has to be a way out somewhere. If there isn't, we'll make one ourselves. Many of my friends lived in this quarter. Hopefully some of them are still alive. I know this area well. I believe I can offer some useful information about this quarter. It seems like only yesterday that I walked these streets with my friends, laughing away. Now the city's in ruins and my friends are dead. I don't want to believe it. I can't. So you know some people in this district? I do, yes. I don't know if any of them survived though. My old friend, White's Tommel, lives in a house behind the town hall. Yes, and there's also the house of Reverend Draley, renowned patron of the arts. It's near the stables. They still live. Please kindly send them my regards. How are you feeling? Alright, so he's only in like stage 2? This district has been the pride of Kenabres until recently. Perhaps it's a blessing that I can't see what has become of it. How are you feeling? She's feeling fine. What can you tell me about this quarter? If I understand correctly where we are, the town hall should be somewhere close by. East of here is a watchtower. It's possible that you will find aid there, or at least some equipment. There used to be a grand estate to the northwest. I imagine it was the first to fall victim to looters. There's something else. An alchemist shop to the northeast. I'm sure you could pick up a number of useful potions there. Yeah, the potion sounds pretty useful. Look at these palaces. Some people are living it up. Well, not anymore I guess. But they used to, huh? Just look around. How are you feeling? Alright, so he's also in stage 2. Why are you scared of the Inquisitors? Who isn't? You must be thinking I'm hiding something. Maybe because I caused some trouble in the past. Stole something from somebody. Or took? It's just supposed to be or took. Or took the goddess's name in vain when I was hammered. Not by a long shot. Thin as a whistle I am. But it's all the same to those hounds. They don't like your sorry mug. Up on the bonfire you go. But I try not to catch their eye. And you should do likewise. Alright. What a mess. What are you standing there for? Find my hospital and see if my brothers and sisters are alive. I won't get far with my sprained ankle. I'll stay here and wait for the news. How are you feeling? Alright, same as before. Tell me about this place. Sure, let's chat. After all, the burning houses are so pretty, and the cries of survivors are like music to the ears. And I tugs at a strand of her graying hair in annoyance. Fine, as long as it makes you leave quicker. I don't know much. Me and my brothers and sisters came to Kenabres a couple of months back, and joined a local hospital straight away. This is the rich district. Only well-respected people and good townsfolk would come to us. They paid and treated us well. They would talk mostly about silk prices and the city's efforts to track down cultists. No one really believed in the latter's existence. As you can see, they should have. The Moneybags Quarter. Haven't been here in a while. Brody presses his lips into a line. Not to gloat at someone else's misfortune or anything, but it warms my heart to see their mansions burning. They bury their dearest cousins in silks and gold, but they can't spare a few coppers to pay an honest gravedigger for his work. Skinflints. How you feeling? Alright, he's doing fine. What do you know about this place? Well, what's there to know? It's where all the rich folks used to live their cushy lives. You can sense the hostility in his voice. As for me, I didn't come here too often, unless I had business with the town hall. I stop by the bakery sometimes, buy some cream rolls for the kids on special occasions. I hope our good baker's still alive, and the fires have spared his shop. Alright, let's go to quick save. It's a lot of dialogue. Alright, what do they say? Maybe we should burn them. When they smell the smoke, they'll come to us. Come out of there, you sniveling cowards. We'll gut you in the name of Baphomet. Get lost, or we'll fire. Let's go and make camp. So we have somewhere to rest.
Follow my steps.
A quick save. Let's see if we can talk to these guys up here. Magistrate Pel Vasily. A halt. Who goes there? I'm warning you. We're ready to shoot. A portly gray-haired man with a crossbow in his hands is shouting at you from the window. You see a few more people huddling behind him. Goodly civilians, but all likewise armed with crossbows. Who might you be? Friends or cultists? A Magistrate Vasily, sir. Freda is walking hurriedly toward the town hall, taking the scroll in her hand. I have here for you an urgent report on the misuse of funds, embezzlement, negligence, and other crimes that took place at the theater. Inspector Linsdotten. Dumbfounded, man stares at Freda first through his glasses, then through a spyglass. You're alive. You even brought the report. My. It is my pleasure to serve the city, the Queen, and Abadar. Freda bows with dignity, a proud smile on her mutilated face. Magistrate lowers a basket on a rope from the window. Freda puts a scroll inside it. He pulls the basket back up, skims the scroll, and shakes his head in amazement. It boggles the mind. You're an example to us all. Once Her Majesty has driven all of this horned rabble out of the city, we have returned to normality. I'll see to it that you receive a letter of commendation. No, I believe a feat such as this is worthy of a medal. The cultists captured us, but we escaped. Do you share some of your supplies with us? Well, truth be told, our own supplies are running rather low, but out of respect for Inspector Linsdotten's great feat, we will share. Here's everything we can give for free. If you need anything else, I'm afraid you have to pay up. I'm sure you understand. Cool, so if we hadn't brought her with us, or if she hadn't survived up to this point... Wow, full potion of restoration. That'll come in handy. Who are you? What a preposterous question. Can you see that you're speaking to the legitimate authorities? Magistrate Pel Vasily at your service. Man looks down at you proudly. This is the town hall, you know, not some roadside watering hole. You won't find any old rabble here. What are you doing here? We're holding down the fort to the best of our abilities. The gods have so far been kind enough to spare us from any demons. We've had some cultists trying to get in. We gave them a few bolts for their trouble, but the sly miscreants could return at any moment. Fortunately, we prepared ourselves accordingly. The magistrate nods at the barricaded doors. Before you make any requests, no, we're not accepting refugees. We couldn't even if we wanted to. As you can see, the entrance is blocked to the point where no one can enter or leave without the help of a construction crew. If you require assistance, ask the Inquisitors. We saw their unit walk past our windows yesterday. No point in asking us. What's the news in the city? Terrible, but you knew that already. We're going to hear some city gossip. The bureaucrat chuckles. Word has it that one highborn gentleman, I won't name names, but his is certainly known to all. Anyway, he threw a city day party that was so wild, he actually missed the demon invasion. Can you imagine? Waking up after a drinking session, not knowing what's occurred, and wondering if your spree from the night before is the reason why the city now lies in ruins. He's obviously talking about Darren Arenday. Oh, let's trade. Alright, let's take a look at what you've brought us. Magistrate brings out a basket on a long rope. Alright, anything worthwhile. I could be hard pressed to ever afford these belts or the headbands. This would be a little ironic if you don't find the scroll of remove disease in the graveyard for Brody, so he doesn't make it, and then you get this here. Can't quite afford that. It's only +1 to hit. I don't know if it's worth picking up. I'm not going to. At least not yet.
I'm out of sight.
Let's head out.
I'll take a quick look around and see.
Let us be careful.
Alright, so that's a level 5 fighter. Let's avoid that for right now.
We can't just sit here doing nothing.
I probably had 3 more fights before I have to rest.
Tread lightly.
Another level 4 fighter. And a door we can knock on. Alright, let's see about picking this fight up here.
The road awaits.
Only see the one guy.
Crusades, strange as it sounds.
Let's kick their backsides.
Oh, there's also a dretch.
It's you or me. Attack.
Die!
It's a pretty good opening move, though.
I'm done with you. Aim carefully.
Alright, that's really handy. So is that. Awesome.
I'm gone.
I'm out of sight.
Alright, so I used up my rope that I had before, so we gotta find another piece for that. Let's go knock on this door. Who's there? Get away. There's nobody home. White's Tamil. Grandmassini sends his greetings. He's still alive. Oh, praise Shaylin. Well, tell him I said hello back. Why have you come here? I suppose you need to go upstairs. Come in. I'll let you up. Yeah, go up. Thank you. This passage will be very useful to us. Come in, quickly. Are you sure you weren't followed? This whole thing's like a waking nightmare. That's tar, all right. It'll burn brightly if you set it alight. Cool, so instead of rope, since we had Langrat up to this point, get up here without needing to use a valuable resource.
Please focus. We must act.
I'm not going to pick this fight quite yet. It looks easy enough. We can set the tar light. Looks like it's going to pour right in front of the stairs. And if that's not enough, we can always put the freeze spell down. They look like they're all melee fighters. It's half what we need for a potion of lesser restoration. In fact, do we have the other ingredient? We do. Alright, so we do have everything we need to make one more lesser potion of restoration, and we got a potion of restoration from the Magistrate. Okay. I'm going to call the episode here. In the next one, we will confront this group of cultists. I guess open up this gate. Then we'll probably backtrack after that and go back this way where we saw those other cultists. And proceed from there. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.